There are a lot of images out in the world these days. They're more photos than bricks. Like every year, there's more and more photos are taken. And every year, more and more of those photos are probably not real. I think it is actually important to make sure that there are still things being taken by a photographer that can be looked at with some amount of authenticity that people will be able to look at and trust that, yeah, that actually happened. That's real. These people were there. This is what it looked like. Hello, my name is William Atkins. I am the university photographer here at the George Washington University. For almost 2 decades, I've been like the historical record of this place. I definitely have a good sense of pride in that. I came in here as a contract worker. We had just started the university's first unified website. And so I had known the previous university photographer, and they had worked with me on things. They knew me as being a very good editor, very fast at editing. And that's what they brought me in, as being a photo editor to help get this new big giant website put together. But it seemed like they figured out pretty quickly, oh, this guy takes good photos as well. Well, that 3 months turned into 8 months. And then I got hired in properly, and now it's been 17 years. My dad worked as a photographer and then a photo editor at UPI. And that had to have some effect on me in wanting to learn about photography. I'd always seen the cameras, and I got to carry them every so often when I was a little kid. It always made me feel kind of special that I got to carry them. Learning to be a photographer has basically been the one thing that has determined everything in my life. Besides the fact that it's my career, it's also led me into like so many different adventures, reasons I went to places to photograph them. And like on a personal note is even how I met my girlfriend. Without any actual exaggeration, everything in my life comes down to the fact that I'm a photographer. On a motorcycle, you are in the world. You experience everything. The weather changes. I love that when you like hit like a line and it's like goes from either being hot or cold. And the smells are something that like, if you haven't started riding, you don't ever really think about per se. And I find that that same idea of experiencing the world on a motorcycle is really similar to being a photographer. Even though when you're looking through a camera, you're just looking through this like small little square, this little rectangle of the world, and that's the part you're looking at to capture. You still have to be kind of aware, and you're like keeping an eye on everything else going around, because maybe something interesting is happening there, maybe something interesting is happening there. And that's similar to being on a bike and just like trying to experience things. Being a part of the university, education is the one thing that people can't take from you. This year, I just graduated with my master's degree in new media photojournalism.
William Atkins.
I loved having that opportunity, and I think that's one of the best things that we can do for staff here is to be able to provide a chance to learn. The university has such a strong photojournalism program that I've had these like really great up-and-coming photographers work with me. Being alongside them, because 3 of the student photographers that worked for me, they also just graduated this last semester. So like we were in sync of like, oh yeah, how's your project going? How did this critique go? It wasn't just sort of like they came and mentioned it. It was like seeing it as well happening. Because like my capstone was right around the corner from there, so up on the walls in the Corcoran. Having that ability to send them out as well has been just kind of an amazing perk to my job. I'm able to provide them with some like kind of a mentorship in a way that they'll be more prepared in their future lives. They come back and they've told me that. They're like, I learned how to shoot an assignment from you, and that's helped me in my career in the future. And that actually feels really good. It's all about who's taking the photo, not the tool itself. I can't say that there is a favorite ever. And part of that reason is it's probably gonna be the next one I take. So I try not to look back at something and be like, that was the best one that ever happened, because maybe I haven't taken the best one yet.